Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mackenzie. I am 22 years old, studying at Hiroshima University in Japan. During this video, I want to share my experiences as a Black woman and a foreigner in Japan. There are many opinions that you may see on social media about how Black people are treated in Japan, so I just want to give more context. And even with some of the stories that I will tell you, I 100% will be returning to my program in a few weeks. And not only that, I'm also happy to return to Japan, to my program with my classmates, professors, and all the lovely Japanese people that I've met along the way. So let's begin the video. The first story that I want to share is when I had an older Japanese gentleman take a picture of me while I was at the bus stop. I wasn't wearing anything crazy, just a t-shirt and some jeans. I honestly looked kind of rough that day. That's only the true reason why I'm frustrated that he took a picture of me, because I just did not look the most presentable, I feel like. But anyways, this man was driving a car. So he's situated like this in his car, and then when I look up and make eye contact with him, he's doing this. Like, imagine this is a phone and he just had a camera following me, and just either he's taking a video or he's taking a picture, I don't know. But yeah, not terrible, but in that situation, because he wasn't close to me, I didn't feel in any sort of harm. But you may have somebody take a picture of you, maybe not. Just be prepared for that. Another sort of reoccurring thing that I have to navigate with my coworkers, I work two jobs. At one of the jobs that I work with, there are a bunch of like women, and they're from other countries. They're not all Japanese women, but they do make a lot of comments about my body. They're always calling me sexy. They have called my body voluptuous multiple times. They're always talking about my butt and just how big they perceive it to be, which I'll admit is definitely uncomfortable at times, because I work with kids, so I don't want the women that I work with to consistently make comments about, you know, show off your body, show off your curves. It does happen fairly often, but I know the heart of these women, and I know they don't mean it to be inappropriate. As I have worked there for months and months, I would say probably for the first month working with them, it was like every other time they saw me, they would say something about my body. But again, I don't think they mean it in a harmful way. And for the most part, those comments have stopped from them. So that may be something that you experience and that you may have to navigate. Moving on to my last sort of extreme that I deal with. There is this lovely Chinese restaurant near my apartment in Japan. And I kid you not, every time I walk into that restaurant, those two Chinese ladies that are working there, they stare at me a lot, like a lot. And that's from when I walk in, when I'm drinking water, when I'm eating my ramen, they're always staring at me. And sometimes it is uncomfortable because I usually go there alone, but it's like I purposely look at my food or my phone the entire time, because I'm not exaggerating one bit. I'm not exaggerating one bit. Every time I look up, I make eye contact with it. I really feel like I've stared at the entire time that I'm in that restaurant. But at the same time, I 125% will continue to go back to that restaurant because I love their food so much. Yes, it is uncomfortable, but the food really does outweigh the uncomfortable stares that I do get. Now I'm going to move into some of the more contextual things that I wish that people understood when talking about how foreigners, or Black women specifically, are treated in Japan. First of all, I just want to emphasize by saying my experiences in Japan are completely my own. I'm not in Tokyo, Osaka, or Kyoto. I'm not in a major city when I am interacting with Japanese people all the time. I am on a university campus. I'm also in an area that is very accustomed to foreigners. The Japanese students who don't speak English on my campus are fully aware that there is a large demographic of foreigners, of international students at their university. Additionally, the entire city that I'm in has some knowledge that there is a campus with a lot of international students. I'm going to run into foreigners from time to time. Thankfully, because of that, I really have not experienced any extreme bouts of racism or prejudice while in Japan. But I also just want to admit, my Japanese is not at a high enough level to where I would understand anybody if they were to say something racist or prejudiced against me. But from what I've experienced so far, I do feel comfortable going back, and I really want to challenge everybody. If you are afraid to travel to any country, or specifically Japan, if you are a Black person or a person of color, or just any group of people that has concerns while traveling because of your ethnicity or race, I really do just challenge you to travel and to go abroad anyways, to study abroad anyways, to take the job abroad anyways, because I promise you what you experience in that time is much more valuable than the negative experiences that you will potentially have. There has been times where I have, been uncomfortable, but I will also say that growing up in Dallas, Texas has well prepared me for any sort of othering that I will experience while in any country, especially Japan. A mindset that I choose to have while I'm in Japan is the way that people, especially Japanese people, interact with me is more out of curiosity and not out of hate. I do think that when I'm at a restaurant and I'm getting stared at a lot, I do think that is because I look different and not because they hate Black people, not because they hate Black women. That's not an attitude that I have. And if I choose to have the attitude that people are treating me a certain way because of hate, I feel like that actually brings down my experiences to where now I don't want to be in Japan because I feel like everybody's being racist towards me. But I truly don't think that is the case. I do want to say though, just in case anybody has any doubts, I do get stared at a lot. I do get stared at a lot in Japan. Less so on my university campus, but there are just days when it fluctuates. There are some days where I feel like 40% of people are staring at me. There's some days where I feel like 90% of people are staring at me. But I just try not to make eye contact. I put in my headphones and then I just go on about my day. And like I said, I choose to believe that people are staring at me out of curiosity and not out of hatred for me being a foreigner in their country, Of course, I do my absolute best to follow the unwritten rules Japanese society has, and of course I make mistakes. But if you want to go to Japan, if you want to travel abroad, don't let social media tell you not to because of how you'll be treated by other people. I promise you it's absolutely worth it to go abroad. And also, there was this one time where I was walking to school, and thankfully I didn't have my headphones on, and I just hear a woman yelling it, "Ohayo gozaimasu." So I'm walking, but I had already walked past her. I look over my shoulder, and then there's this older Japanese lady waving at me. And to me, that just meant so much, because for her to go out of the way while my back was turned to her to say good morning to me, that just means so much to me, because I did have a good morning, and I had a good morning because she told me to have a good morning. So I have positive experiences, like random Japanese people saying hi to me with a smile on their face and with a wave. They always add the wave. It's never just Ohayo. It's literally like, hi, like, how are you? Good morning. And it warms my heart. So I really do have a lot of positive, just random good mornings, hellos, people who have helped me while I'm at the bank. Those women at the Hiroshima bank heaven sent as well. The way that they have so much patience with me, with my very limited level of Japanese, and how they always really want to make sure that I'm understanding the process of what's going on. I appreciate it so much. I really do. So yes, there is a possibility that what you experience in Japan will be completely different from my experiences in Japan, but I have had too many positive experiences to ever deter me from not going back to Japan. And to take it a step further, I'm never going to allow how other people treat me in my own country, but especially in other countries. I'll never let that allow me to be afraid to travel, to study abroad, to take opportunities in different parts of the world. So do not let social media fool you. If you are a Black person in Japan, you may experience prejudice or racism. However, I really do think that the positive experiences outweigh the negative, especially for me. I have worked hard to have a basic level of Japanese so that I'm not only speaking English. I don't automatically speak English whenever I'm in a store or at a restaurant. And I really do try to be respectful of the local customs. I never talk loudly when I'm out in public. I never use my phone when I'm on public transportation. I try to walk on the right side of the road, but I'm not sure. It's probably just where I am, but they don't adhere to the walking on the left or the right side of the road, even if it's designated on the sidewalks, even if there's a drawing on the sidewalks. Like, the students don't pay attention to that, so I just kind of play it by ear. But if you are a person who is respectful of culture and customs, and you are a person of color or a foreigner in any country, you can find a place for you, and don't let social media fool you. You can do it, and you will have people who treat you like their family members, even if you guys are from completely different countries. That concludes my video. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions, and please like and subscribe to my channel. I am going to make more videos about my experiences in Japan, and I hope you enjoy. Have a good one.